Some of y'all just can't help it but to be mad at the next person and what they doing with their life. Baby, yes, I'm 26 with 6 kids and I'm doing the damn thing. I get up every day and make sure I do something productive around my house. I make sure that my kids see me cleaning up. I make sure that they do their part while they cleaning up. I used to think that everybody was right when they used to tell me, oh, why you got so many kids so young? It's gonna mess up your life. But baby, look, this is my life and I gotta deal with it. I ain't mad at the life that I chose. I chose it and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to provide for my kids the best way I can. And please don't get into me washing my mop in the sink. This is how I do it. This is how I seen my people do it back in the day. And yes, I used to have a mop bucket. The kids broken, and that's just I gotta do what I gotta do. I just want to say thank you so much to my middle school teacher who came and brought me this stuff so I could get the cleaning. And I absolutely thank y'all for y'all positive comments, and I thank y'all for y'all negative comments. I'm just a 26-year-old that's trying to give her kids the life she never had. You know, nobody knows my story. I'm not going to go around making anybody feel sorry for me. But what I will do is put my big girl pants on and move forward. I don't ever put my problems on nobody else because they not their problems. They my problems. I always took accountability for everything that I've done. My kids, my life, everything. And I've made the best of my book by its cover because I'm out here making something out of nothing sometimes. And I'm happy. As long as my kids happy and they smiling, that's what makes me smile inside. Every day I wake up, I'm grateful for the life that I have because I got shot when I was 14 years old. I don't know if I even would have been here to have kids. So that's why I have so many kids. My kids are my family.
Oh, you already did it around me?
My kids are my family. She doesn't need more kids. She needs therapy. She was shot at the age of 14. This girl has gone through a lot of trauma. And she's been having children since she was 15 and hasn't stopped since. She says her kids are her family. And the problem I have with that statement is that children should never be born with a job. Children should never be born with a job to fulfill in us something that is missing or to heal our pain. Further, who's spending time with those children because it looks like she's got her hands full already. She has a new baby on the way. Who's going to spend time with the older children? Raising 6 children is a full-time job, so it leaves her very little time to nurture those children. The trauma she has gone through in her short life, because she's only 26, needed to be addressed with therapy, not with more children. She's robbing those children of a proper childhood, and she's robbing herself of the life she could have had if she didn't have so many children. You can't tell me that her life is fulfilled just because she's having all these children. She might have convinced herself of that, but she can't convince us that that's what she wanted out of life. This is the life she has accepted that she now has. And so now she just keeps having more children. And also, what's the end result here? What is the number she's looking for? Because she's already on number 7. Does she even know what number she's going to be happy with? Is it number 10? The older children are the ones that we need to talk to. We don't need to talk to her because she's happy having more children. But the older children, those are the ones that are going to be affected the most. Because mom keeps taking care of the new babies that are coming in and neglecting the ones that have been there before.
In my video, I specifically said I don't want to hear shit about keeping the men accountable. Because, so her first child was born when she was 15. And from what I've been seeing and hearing is that the man was older than her, so clearly he was a predator. Clearly he was a predator. And the subsequent baby daddies that followed, I don't know. But, like I was saying, if a man does not want to be a father, when he finds out you are pregnant, he can just get fucking gone. So when y'all come and y'all talk about holding these men accountable, like I said, women, yes, men should be in their children's life. Men should take care of their responsibilities. Men are the first guard to getting a woman pregnant. You cannot get pregnant unless a man lets his seed off in you. Yes, we all understand that. But that is not the reality of the situation. As women, when you get pregnant, we know that you are the one that will be left holding the proverbial bag, the baby. Because if a man decides that he does not want to be here, he's not the one that's pregnant. He could just literally ghost you while you were pregnant. And I've seen and heard about it happening to so many women. It happens. A man could literally just find out you're pregnant and disappear. You're the one with the baby. You are the one with the baby. So how do you then hold a man accountable that you can't find? So y'all keep saying, what about the men? What about the men? We are are the ones with the wombs. We are the ones with the wombs. And then some people get mad when we say, get rid of it. They're like, y'all get too comfortable telling women to have an abortion. Actually, y'all get too comfortable having random babies. Y'all get too comfortable having babies by different men. How about that? How about that? Every relationship does not need a baby. Every relationship don't need a souvenir, babe. Every relationship you do not have to give every man a baby. You don't. Because guess who's gonna hold them babies? Guess who's gonna take care of them fucking kids? You. And it's like, why can women not get that? Why can y'all not get that? Y'all keep talking about, let's hold men accountable. Let's. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Tell me. What's the solution?
26 with 6 kids. Let's talk about it. Now, I'm going to take a different approach, a different perspective, another angle that we should be looking at the situation. A lot of people are talking about either, we should not be judging her. It's nobody's business. Excuse me. It's nobody's business. She's the one that has to raise the kids. The kids are happy, blah, blah, blah. Or some people are like, you're not a good mom. And, just harping on it that way. And I agree with the people that say she's not a good mom. I'm sorry. I don't care what age you are, what financial bracket you are. 6 children, actually 7. She's 6 kids and 1 on the way. She's in poverty. And the whole situation is just horrible. But let's look at it from another angle, right? I watched one of her videos, and in the video, she stated that her kids are her family. She has no other family. I think, and this talking point is going to cover everybody. I think a lot of times we say, it's no one's business. It's no one's business how many kids someone have. It is. I don't think a lot of people think about what happens if you are no longer here. If you are no longer here, can the people around you, can your family member take in 7 kids? Who is going to take in 7 kids? Who is going to take in 7 kids? Nobody. No one is going to take 7 kids. You made the choice to have 7 kids. Everybody else around you said, you know what? I cannot afford 7 children, whether it be financially, mentally, or physically. I cannot do 7 kids. So I'm not going to have 7 kids. I'm going to have my 2 and I'm going to stop. God forbid, knock on wood, something happens to my brother and his wife. I can take their 2 kids. God forbid something happens to me and my ex-husband. He can take 2 kids. His sister can take 2 kids. My mom can take 2 kids. Their godmother can take 2 kids. A lot of you are not considering what is going to happen to your children if something happens to you. What, foster care? Like, some of y'all are really out here popping out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then looking at everybody like, it's none of y'all business, my kids is happy. Y'all don't have no will. Y'all don't have no savings. Y'all assume that y'all are always going to be here. Y'all are not considering, if I am not here, who will be able to take care of my kids? Y'all be like, my kids is all I got. Who will they have if you're not here? No one considers that. Y'all don't have no will. Y'all don't have no savings. Y'all don't have no trust. Y'all have nothing. That is the part that always it's in the back of my head. People are like, well, my kids are happy and they're fed. You have nothing to leave to them in the event that you're gone. And you just popping them out, pop, 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 pop. So yes, they're in poverty right now, and you're working yourself to the bone to feed them. I'm doing everything I can as a mom, as a dad. I'm doing the best I can. When you're gone, is the person that's left to take care of them going to do the best that they can? Who is going to be left to take care of them? And I think that is the things that a lot of people are not thinking about. Like, everyone's like, I deserve to start my own family. I deserve this. And I don't got no support system. I'm doing it by myself. Who is going to take these kids when you're not here? Who's taking 7 kids? You don't got no family. You have no support system. You have no money. You have no savings. You live in that small ass, dirty ass apartment. That is what I want people to start thinking about when they start screaming, they the ones taking care of the kids. They the ones taking care of the kids. Now, because I'm sure she don't have health care. Like, let's have an honest conversation. Let's have an honest conversation. Because how many people have lost their parents when they were young? And what did life look like when your parent that really took care of you, that loved you, that nurtured you, were gone? And some of these kids were parents that were doing decent. And what did that life look like when that parent left? So when y'all are screaming from the fucking rooftops that it's not going to be y'all taking care of these kids, it might be the system. It might be the system. And the system's already fucked up. So y'all are mad that we're the ones that saying don't have these kids, don't bring these kids into fucked up situations, are the ones that actually care. Because quality of life matters. Y'all, that's like, it doesn't matter. She can have as many kids as she want. As long as they're fed, it's okay. Y'all don't give a fuck about kids. I don't care what y'all say. People that think like that and talk like that cannot care about kids. Because I'm not saying don't have kids. I'm saying have your life together. Be able to feed your children. Be able to give them a stable and healthy environment. Because a lot of you know better and still do bad. Because she's on her 7th child and she's already in poverty. She's already in poverty and chose to have another baby. And I don't want to hear shit about what about the man? Because we know there's no holding a man accountable. Because when you tell a man, hey, I'm pregnant, he could get the fuck out of here. He could be gone and never speak to you again. And we all know that. So I don't understand why I keep talking about, well, we're not holding the men accountable. Girl, shut the fuck up. Let's be serious. As women, we know that if you get pregnant, you can be left holding the proverbial bag, the baby. That is your responsibility. Stop having more than you can handle and stop having more than your village can handle. I'm not having any more kids because God forbid something happens to me. I don't want to overload my village. They didn't choose to bring these children into this world. I did. But God forbid, knock on wood, I know at least 5 households off the top of my head that would take them in tomorrow and love them and care for them in the same way that I can. Now, if I had 7 or 8 kids, I can't say the same. But 2, everybody can take 2. Everybody in my circle can take 2. Y'all not thinking about that.
Bitch, y'all done seen that lady on here? She got 6 kids, and apparently y'all keep asking her where her kids' fathers are. So she done told us. Well, bitch, her first baby daddy, is you listening? Bitch, her first baby daddy, she said he transitioned from Tony to Tracy. She said her second baby daddy got kicked in the chest by a horse, instantly unalive. Third baby daddy, she said he wanted to become a pirate. I did not mean to spit on y'all. She said he wanted to become a pirate and decided that he was going to rob, like, freight boats or some shit like that. Some stupid shit. It was her fourth baby daddy. She had her last 2 kids with him. When she told me what happened, well, when she told us what happened, bitch, he is now 73 with dementia in a nursing home. Now, wild story, right? But what I'm trying to figure out is, well, girl, it sounds like you hit a lick with your last baby daddy. Then I also started thinking 6 kids, he's 73 with dementia, that's like 7 kids. But ain't he getting a check? But for your first baby daddy to go from Tony to Tracy, bitch, how I'm gonna explain this to my kids? Y'all be having some really interesting lives. Y'all done lived a lot of lives in this one lifetime that we still living. Y'all been through some shit. But I thank you for coming on here and sharing your story with us. Because now she on here doing story times about the 73-year-old man. It's actually some interesting shit. I'm gonna go find her page name. I'm gonna put it in the comments.
Getting online with a filthy ass house, with a boatload of fucking kids, being a horrible ass parent is the new way to come up. I just saw that young girl that's 26 with 6 kids and 1 on the way. And I remember that white lady that had all them damn kids and they were sleeping on the kitchen floor. I'm so fucking disgusted. I come from that. I was born into that. And to see all these fucking adults online justifying this shit and saying don't judge is bullshit. Nobody talks about how traumatizing that shit is to the kid. I was born on the south side of Chicago. And when I tell you I was born at below poverty, okay? We didn't have floors. We had fucking dirt as floors, okay? We didn't have doors. We had a kitchenette with 2 fucking small rooms, all right? I lived with fucking rats and rodents crawling on me my whole fucking childhood, okay? We were so poor that we didn't have a wash machine. We would wash our clothes in the tub and dry our clothes in the fucking oven, all right? It was times when we didn't have running water. The house was so fucking filthy. It looked like it was abandoned, okay? Coming home to no lights, going to school dirty and hungry. I know what that shit feels like. And for y'all to be sitting up here talking about some don't judge, y'all are fucking horrible people, man. Kids are not put here to heal your trauma. Kids are not put here to fucking suffer. You can only blame your childhood to a certain degree. Once you become an adult and you know better and you keep making the same fucking mistakes, it's something wrong. And I'm blaming both the men and the women, because the men that's in the back door sleeping with these women that they know have problems and self-esteem and daddy issues, getting them pregnant and waltzing off, and she's stuck with all these fucking kids because she don't know what the fuck. She don't even know how to love herself, so she's having kids to love her. That's trauma. It was times when my childhood was so fucking hard. It was times when I did feel like, why did you even have me? You growing up, you're not being loved properly. You're not being taken care of. You go into adulthood with no fucking support, no way to run, nowhere to go, no nothing. You in this world just trying to figure out everything on your fucking own. There is no way possible you should be okay with having those many kids living like that. Get online, being a fucked up parent. Next thing you know, you got an Amazon wish list. Everybody in the comments, don't judge what you need. I give you what you need. You motherfuckers that's saying don't judge is simply the ones that's doing this shit, or you just want to feel more superior, to look down on people, because in life, that's what people want to do. They want to feel more superior. It makes you feel good about yourself when you feel superior, and when you can look down on somebody and say, oh, she's doing horrible. I'll help you. I'll send you what you need, because you want to see the fucking chaos unfold, because low-key, your shit ain't in order neither. I'ma always speak up for the kids. You talking about couldn't even get a good bed to sleep in. Slept in a motherfucking bed with springs sticking out of it and scratching you up every night. You going to bed with all these fucking bruises and scratches on you. Going to school hungry, dirty, stinky, being teased. Come on now. And the sad part is those kids are going to grow up creating that same cycle. 9 out of 10, most of them are. Because a lot of them don't have the mental capacity to even make it out of that. Y'all just gonna keep having kids telling us, I'm looking for somebody to love you. Stop having fucking kids and heal. Kids are not put here to heal.
I'm 23 with 6 kids, and y'all know how I look. Good morning, lovies. I'm literally just waking up in bed. But I have something to say. Can y'all please leave Mama Beanie alone? There is no reason why. I'm in bed. Everybody's still sleeping. I'm in bed. It's only been like 10 minutes. I read a little piece of my Bible in the Bible app, and I'm scrolling through TikTok, and there's almost every video on my For You page is people talking about Mama Beanie. Why? Why is y'all talking about her? Why wouldn't y'all not leave her alone? This is ridiculous. And I know the vast majority of my following is black women, and I love that for me. I love you guys. However, it's a vast majority of black women that does nothing but bash other black women, and I just don't understand. Mama Beanie on this app confessing that she confessing her trauma and all the things she's dealt with or whatever. And she also asked for tips and tricks on how to become, better or whatnot. And y'all been critiquing her. Clean your kitchen, clean the cabinets, and blah, blah, blah. This year, did she not do that, though? She's doing everything everyone's telling her to do, but yet y'all still finding a reason to be disgusting to her. I don't get it. 26 with 6 kids. Me, personally, I don't see a problem with it as long as they're taken care of, as long as they're happy in a positive household. I'm 23 with 6 kids, but I'm married. I have a healthy household. I don't see a problem with that. Y'all don't know what God had in store for Mama Beanie. Maybe this is her call. Maybe, like she said, her kids saved her. She needed them. Has anybody considered her mental health? I'm curious. You guys are sitting here talking about how she's, bad at this and bad at that. She got 6 kids. Do you not know these videos y'all are making is making it worse? Probably, maybe. Has nobody considered her mental health, at all? You just thought, oh, this is a golden ticket to get clout off somebody. Asking y'all to please just leave her alone, because for the sake of her mental health, all of these videos got to be detrimental in a way. And she's pregnant. She's pregnant right now, and she already has 6 kids. Please leave her alone. One thing I noticed, I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm 23 with 6 kids, and I only seen 3 videos of bashing me. Don't make none about me. I ain't saying go make none. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like a trend of y'all bashing her. I've been on this app for about 7-8 months consistently, and I've definitely grew tremendously. However, she just got on this app making content, and I feel like a lot of y'all see that, oh, it's the thing to bash the mom with 26 with 6 kids. It's like y'all doing it for a trend, because majority of the videos that I'm seeing, y'all not even saying nothing for real. Y'all not saying nothing for real. Y'all saying exactly what the last person said, like you wrote it down just to say it, just so you could get clout somehow. Leave her alone. Please just leave her alone, because this is ridiculous. Please think about, if you don't want to leave her alone, think about the kids. Think about her mental health, because she is pregnant. She's pregnant. right now, okay? Okay, that's all I ask for y'all. Leave her alone. There's no reason why I should be in bed 7 o'clock in the morning, scrolling through TikTok after I read my Bible a little bit, scrolling through TikTok, and literally almost every video on my For You page is about Mama Beanie. Leave that woman alone. Thank you. And sorry, love yous for this time.
I'm a mom of 7, and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is a little, hold on. We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on 1 person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is gonna have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own.
Yep.
That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids.
Right.
But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
No, hear me out.
As a former Child Protective Services investigator, I see a mom who is fully providing for her children. She's meeting all of their basic needs. They have a roof. She's feeding them. The children look healthy. In her videos, I see her cooking for these kids, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These look like good meals. I see her cleaning her house. I see her being a present parent. Now, do I agree with the way she talks to her children, the way she parents, and the overall conditions of the house? No, not necessarily. But my standards in parenting and cleanliness does not have to be her standard. And it just looks to me like she's doing the best she can. And instead of throwing so much hate at her, we should be helping her. If there's something that she could be doing better, we should be giving her advice. We should be saying things like, hey, maybe there's a different way that you can communicate with your children so you don't cause them trauma. And right now, the mom community is pretty divided on this creator. I can see why people are saying what they're saying. I can see both sides. I understand that there are things in parenting that are inexcusable. But I'm going to kindly remind you that being low income, being poor is not one of them. And if you are showing all of this concern for someone's socioeconomic status, yet you're not doing anything to help them, you're not sending any money to their Venmo, you're not supporting their content so that hopefully they can get a bigger check from TikTok and provide better for their kid. If you're doing all this yapping about how she is a low-income parent, but you're not doing anything to help this person, your concern is performative. Your intention is to bully and shame someone who is quite honestly trying their best. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I saw her home. I saw everything. I went through her page. Her home is perfectly fine. I've seen parenting. I've seen homes. I've seen things that you cannot even imagine. Y'all have no idea what a filthy, dirty home truly looks like, because a lot of you have never seen one. Respectfully, this is not a mother y'all should be shaming. But I digress. Let's go ahead and show her a lot of love and support. Go ahead and click right here. This is her page. You can follow her, engage with her content. The more you engage, the more money she gets from TikTok. Also, before you judge her, I would like you to listen to her story. In her video, I saw that she became a mom when she was around 14, 15. It seems to me like she's been through a lot of trauma. And although she's been through a lot, she's trying her.
Now, I just scrolled upon a 32-year-old mom of 7 kids living in a hotel with her nails done and her belly out, making dinner for her kids, 4 packs of noodles that she split up to 8 plates or whatever. Come on, this is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. It's the year 2025. If y'all have not learned how to use birth control, if you've not learned how to do something with your life other than lay on your back and make babies, neglected babies with men who don't give a damn about you, if y'all have not discovered enough of your self-worth to know that you could do more with your life other than keep on having babies, that you're going to lean on people in sympathy to take care of, You think you don't have any value. You can't go to school, get an associate's degree. You can't become a damn nail tech. You can't become a CNA. You can't do nothing. All that you find yourself good for is to be a damn baby making machine. This is absolutely not okay. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I'm tired of seeing these black women romanticize and publicize struggle. And y'all act like these kids just are happening upon you. You all are making these babies. We all know how babies are made. You're not making no progress in your life. You're not making good decisions. You're not making more money. You're not making a better life for yourself. Y'all just making babies with men who obviously don't give a damn about you, because where are you? Somewhere struggling. These kids don't deserve this, and I'm tired of seeing it. Struggle secretly, moving forward. I don't want to see struggle all over my For You page. It's embarrassing. Y'all ain't doing nothing but perpetuating the damn stereotypes that already exist about us as black women.
Let's not make this a thing, okay? Because these babies deserve more. I know we've all been seeing the 26-year-old with the 6 kids. But have y'all seen the 32-year-old woman with the 7 children living out the hotel room? Like, come on now. These babies deserve so much more. And, like, us as parents, like, I'm a mom myself. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And I understand that time be rough, but y'all intentionally laying there, getting pregnant, having these babies, just for them to be raised in dysfunction. We're not going to act like that's not trauma for these children. And these kids deserve so much more. These precious babies, they deserve a clean home. They deserve stability. They deserve a safe home. And y'all getting up on this internet and making it look cute. It ain't cute. And I'm just so tired of it, because I'm a mother and I know what it takes to be. I'm a single mom at that. So, like, ain't no way I was just going to keep on laying there and keep on having them babies knowing that I'm doing this by myself. Ain't no way. But, Lord, there's no judgment, but I just want more for our women. Because what in the world is going on? Also, the psychologist and the therapist into the chat now. Because what's the psyche behind that? That you knowing that you bringing these babies into poverty and you continuing to have these babies. That's sad.
26, 7 kids, 4 active baby daddies. And you want a provider? I will provide you a job application. You obviously got too much free time on your hands if you popping out kids like that. And then I could understand after the first time, shoot, maybe even the second time. But you have 7 kids with we don't know how many baby daddies, because you said 4 of them got active fathers, which means that would make me believe that your other kids, do you got a baby daddy per kid? That would be, you would need a mental evaluation done if that was the case. And you talk about what do your kids got to do with anything? They come with you. Regardless of how you think, regardless, right? A provider man is going to take you and everything that comes with you. And that just so happens to be 7 mouths to feed, 7 little humans to protect, 7 humans to raise and teach. Nah, I don't know anybody in their right mind who's signing up for that, bro. You're cooked. Like I do got some advice for you though. Look, check me out. These are your legs. Close them. Please, for the love of God.
These comments are not passing a vibe check. What am I talking about? This young lady came on here and said, hey, I'm 26 with 6.5 kids. And I only care about the comment sections because I hope nothing for the best by that woman. But y'all acting like y'all don't see the issue. The issue was smacking you in the face. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to talk about the white cabinet, or what was supposed to be a white cabinet. Y'all are really trying to say, I don't see anything wrong with it. But when Cam came on here and we had the conversation about it's bad for men to have multiple baby mamas with multiple kids, you understood how those kids would be affected, but you couldn't understand why those kids in her situation might be affected once again. I hope nothing for the best for that woman. I hope she's able to maybe change her situation a little bit so those kids can grow up in a healthy home, but we're worried about the kids. having 6 kids without the financial means and or what looks like the housing structure to take care of the kids is going to affect them when they're adults. It's called childhood
I don't think people understand that you can have 6 kids just like that. And I'm 28 with 4. I could easily have 6 kids just like that. Now, what I don't like about people attacking her is that y'all making it seem like she came on this app complaining about being a mother of 6. And even if she did come on this app making a video or two talking about how she might be stressed or overwhelmed being a parent of 6, that does not discredit every other video of her basically showing her lifestyle as a stay-at-home mom. The cleaning, the cooking. I mean, that, we're not going to just ignore that. And let me just throw in here that y'all act like people cannot complain. Y'all act like people are perfect. Y'all act like y'all don't know what it's like to be stressed out having kids. It doesn't matter if you had 16 kids or 2 kids. Kids are stressful. Okay? Being a parent is stressful. Having responsibilities is stressful for anybody. So let's stop acting like people can't have the right to complain. It don't matter if you put yourself in that position or not. Bitch, if I'm tired, I'm tired. Okay? If I want to break, I want to break. And if I want to talk about it, I am. So who are y'all to... Come on. She explained how she had her first child, I think she said at 14. Mind you, she's only 26, okay? That's not that much time in between. I had my first kid when I was 17, okay? Mind you, she's 26 with 6.5. I'm 28 with 4. Do you see how quick, especially when you have kids younger, it can add up to 6 kids, 7 kids so quickly? We're not going to sit here and act like having a big family is so negative. Like, I think that y'all have this idea that you're limited to children. And y'all forget that some people want a big family. Now, whether it's for the right reasons or not, the point is that some people are okay with taking on that load. Okay? When I was younger, I said I wanted a big family too. I wanted the big family. And I have 4 kids right now as we speak. So that's just the choice that some people want to make. Obviously, you have control most times if you're not in, abusive situation. Obviously, you have control over how many you can have, but ultimately, some people find comfort in having a big family. My grandmother had 15 siblings, okay? Like, y'all forget what it was like back in the day. It's like, y'all forget that there are families of 12, 13. Back in the day, they had like 16, 17 kids. If y'all take a minute to just go, I'm not even gonna keep talking about her as like what she's been through and stuff, but if you just take a minute to go on her page and do some research, you'll understand why she has so many kids, what age she started having them at, just like her mindset and things. Instead of trying to make a video to just get into the algorithm real quick to go viral, go actually look at her videos before you make a judgment. If y'all want to judge somebody like the resilient Jenkins. Judge Stephanie, because at least she keeps her house clean. She don't got her kids with lice and fleas, and she don't got 81 damn cats. Okay, she's a stay-at-home mom, and obviously somebody's got enough money to pay the bill somewhere. Andrew can't even do that because Andrew doesn't want to work. And not only that, but she has a household that clearly fits all of her children in it. Let's talk about it. There are so many other people on this app that y'all could get on for the things that they do. I don't see why everyone's so upset. And I feel like if she was this color, nobody would care. If she looked like this, nobody would care. And then glorify John and Kate plus 8. And that other family that had like 16, 17 kids. Y'all know which family I'm talking about. But God forbid somebody come on here with 6 kids, they black, and they're not living in some fancy luxurious home, and now it's bash, bash, bash. The kids look well fed. The house looks clean. And that's a lot of what a lot of people on this app can't even do for theirs. Heavy on the keep the house clean. She seems very down to earth, very open, and I love that. And being that she had her first child when she was 14, 15, I think y'all need to be mindful that is a very young age to have a child. and you have no clue what happened or what she was dealing with during that time. Because she also explained how she was living with the child's father at the time, at 14. So this goes back to, you know, understanding people's traumas and things that they've gone through, because going from that to where she is now, it don't look too shabby. It don't look too bad. Not saying that it's ideal for everybody to have 6, 7 kids, but in her situation, as of today, it seems to be working. It seems to be working. She started off young, went through her struggles, and possibly still some struggles, because everybody does, but she's clearly making the best of it. That's just my point in saying all of this shit. And the last thing I want to talk about is how she had to make a video explaining that her kids will not be teenage parents just because she was, because I guess someone made a comment about that. And it's so crazy, because she explained how, like, back in the days it was a little bit different, and nowadays kids only care about like Robux and, you know, playing games and iPads and different things like that. Honestly, I understand why she's saying that, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but a lot of our generation has smartened up with a lot of shit. Like, we question why our parents did certain things. We question why the world is the way it is. A lot of people talking about not wanting kids, not wanting to get married, not wanting to go through traumas with their families no more, cutting them off. Like, this new generation is smartening up. Like, they're smartening up. So I can understand her mindset on that too. And just because I was a teen parent does not mean my daughter is going to be, because I had my daughter, like I said, when I was 17. And in no way, shape, or form does that mean that my daughter is going to have a kid that young either. Because just like that, my daughter is worried about cheerleading. She's worried about dance. She's worried about vacations. She's not thinking about not even boys right now. You get what I'm saying? So I just think, I know your parenting plays a part in that as well. And knowing where she's come from, I'm sure she's going to do everything in her power to make sure her kids do not end up, I won't say making a mistake, but end up having kids as young as she did. You know what I'm saying? So let's give her some grace, please. Let's give her some grace. I can appreciate that she keeps her house clean and her kids fed, and she's being open and honest, and she's not trying to get on this app acting like something she's not, like a lot of people do. Okay? But that's all I got to say. I enjoy the content. I enjoy the openness, the honesty. She's in church. It's like, I feel like you really gotta, we don't know any of these people on this app. Y'all don't even know me personally, right? But like, I feel like based off of what people show you, you should at least give some grace with situations, especially like this. We ain't talking about Brazilian Jenkins, where they are literally out here just doing whatever the fuck, dragging their kids along. Fleas, lice, abuse, neglect. I don't see none of that here. I don't see that.
I have 6 kids because as a child, I was never loved. I'm trying to give my kids the love I never had. I needed my kids, if that makes sense. I needed them.
She didn't need 6 going on 7 children. What she needed was therapy. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, because this woman has been through a lot. She got shot when she was 14, had her first kid at 15, and then we don't know what age the baby daddies were when she got pregnant. So some people are suspecting that she may have been taken advantage of or groomed. Regardless, it is not your children's responsibility to heal you from whatever trauma you went through before you made them. Their only job is to be kids. I'm just trying to figure out when enough is enough. How many kids is she gonna have until she feels like she has the family she's always wanted? And then I wonder, many people are wondering if each of those kids are getting 100% of their needs met by both parents. Because in situations like these, they typically don't. What ends up happening is that the older kids end up raising the younger ones, which is traumatizing in itself, because now those kids have to sacrifice their childhood, take on a premature parental role to help out the parents because they are overwhelmed trying to physically, financially, and emotionally support such a large family. And one thing I notice about moms who clearly have limited resources but
stay popping up baby C all the time is that their kids are happy and that they're clothed and fed. That may be the case now, but that's going to change as the kids age, go to school, and see that their reality is much different than their peers, which could very well cause resentment once they realize better choices could have been made on the parents' end. Some people feel like her featuring her kids in her content was not a good idea because now people know what the inside of the house looks like and how them kids live, which could put them at risk for being bullied at school. And I've heard some say that because of the Resilient Jenkins family and how viral they got, there's going to be a bunch more people that have unfavorable living situations, but a bunch of kids come online to exploit that whole dynamic so that way they can get
26 with 6 kids. If you're unaware and live under a rock, there's a woman on here. She's 26 years old. She has 6 kids, one on the way. She started having kids at 15. She had 3 kids with her first baby daddy, and then now she's on her second set of kids with the man that is in the home with her now. So she does have a man in the home. Okay. The internet has split on this. I've seen both sides. People saying give her grace. She's trying hard. She's doing her best. I've seen people tearing her ass up because she is 26 with 6 kids and the house dirty. Okay. So in my opinion, which I really don't have much because I actually seen the video last week, week before last, kept scrolling. I'm just not naturally attracted to low vibrations like that. That's not my thing. It doesn't resonate with me. I'm past that part of my life. So it's kind of like, interesting, but I knew the internet was going to tear her ass up. For me, I don't give a damn about none of that. It's just another Resilient Jenkins situation to where you're putting your kids and your life on the internet. You think the internet is mean, and she was prepared for the internet being mean. I'm telling you this because she's leading with this. I'm 26 with 6 kids. She knew the internet was coming, but it don't matter because it comes with the check. I'll tell you that right now. This all comes with a check, so it really don't matter for her. The problem is, and no matter what she say, she don't care. She don't care. She already 26 with 6 kids and one on the way. You think she give a damn about your opinion? If she cared so much, she wouldn't put it on the internet. It's involuntary information. My thing is always the children. You think the internet mean? So are kids at school. Now your kids on the internet, and y'all on their dirty cabinets, house toe up. Now everybody know who your kids is. They might go to school and this lives forever. How they grew up is gonna live forever because you chose to put them on the internet for a check. That's my whole thing. For us to judge. Those are children. They didn't ask to be here, and they did not ask to be put on the internet to be judged the way they're being judged right now because of their mother. They on their wave and they look happy. They look happy for now, but like, who knows when they go to school, what somebody gonna say to them? Kids mean as fuck. Way meaner than us. And kids' feelings be hurt. They not sitting up there reading the comments the mama is, but they still got to go to school one day and go to the regular world. And that's all I be thinking about because I have no judgment or opinion because like I said, no, none of this resonate with me. Scroll, but I'm always thinking about the children. Y'all.
That girl that's 26 with 6 kids is a goddamn shame, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm 26 with 0 kids. That don't make no motherfucking sense. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's a choice to have all the motherfucking kids, and I come from a family full of motherfucking trauma. I come from a women that are baby mamas. My mama had 3 kids, young, 2 of them before she was 18, and knew to stop at the 3rd. What the fuck is you doing? Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody's talking about. And then, from my mom doing that, I knew not to sit up and have no motherfucking bunch of kids, especially if I knew I couldn't afford to take care of them. And I don't care, motherfuckers, oh, keep your house clean, she doesn't. She is traumatizing them kids, waking them up every fucking morning, just yelling at their ass. So I can only imagine what's going on when the cameras is not recording. And then she blocked me. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, we the same age. We both could have chose to use protection and not bring kids into this world until you was ready to have them. And I'm not judging you. You're just wrong. You shouldn't do that. Everybody has the ability to make changes to better their lives and the lives around them. I'm not telling you a badass mom. I'm not telling you ain't shit. I'm just telling you had no reason to sit up and have all the motherfucking kids and then post it online and expect people not to give you constructive criticism. We know that you can't put them kids back in your pussy and take them away, but you can You can help break that cycle with them, teach them things and stop traumatizing them shit so that they don't end up like you. Cause that's traumatizing. And for some kids, instead of them not doing it again like how I did, they go out and do that shit too. Be careful.
Y'all can say what y'all want. That 26 with 6 kids bullshit I've been seeing on my timeline is ridiculous. House filthy. Can't even say dirty. House filthy. You mean to tell me you didn't care enough about the environment that you were raising your kids in to say, hey, I need to grab a broom, a mop, some hot water, some bleach, some comments, some Fabuloso, some spick and span, some something, until people in the comments started encouraging you and giving you likes and comments to do so? I want to say I'm surprised, but I can't even be, especially after that whole debacle with the Resilient Jenkins family. Yeah, you know, the one y'all did all that fundraising for, the one who had a grown-ass, able-bodied man who could go to work but did not, and what y'all get in the comments and say, oh my God, Mom, you got this, Dad, you got this. What's the Amazon wish list? What's the cash at? Y'all did all this fundraising, and he didn't even want to put the bunk beds together when you purchased them. And when he did, he threw the shit together and put it in the kitchen beside the fruit bowl. Meanwhile, they laid up in a 1-bedroom in the apartment, making more kids they can't take care of. All that to get evicted. They took all y'all's money and still got evicted.
I have 6 kids because as a child, I was never loved. I'm trying to give my kids the love I never had. I needed my kids, if that makes sense. I needed them.
She didn't need 6 going on 7 children. What she needed was therapy. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, because this woman has been through a lot. She got shot when she was 14, had her first kid at 15, and then we don't know what age the baby daddies were when she got pregnant. So some people are suspecting that she may have been taken advantage of or groomed. Regardless, it is not your children's responsibility to heal you from whatever trauma you went through before you made them. Their only job is to be kids. I'm just trying to figure out when enough is enough. How many kids is she gonna have until she feels like she has the family she's always wanted? And then I wonder, many people are wondering if each of those kids are getting 100% of their needs met by both parents. Because in situations like these, they typically don't. What ends up happening is that the older kids end up raising the younger ones, which is traumatizing in itself, because now those kids have to sacrifice their childhood, take on a premature parental role to help out the parents because they are overwhelmed trying to physically, financially, and emotionally support such a large family. And one thing I notice about moms who clearly have limited resources but stay popping out baby C all the time is that their kids are happy and that they're clothed and fed. That may be the case now, but that's going to change as the kids age, go to school, and see that their reality is much different than their peers, which could very well cause resentment once they realize better choices could have been made on the parents' end. Some people feel like her featuring her kids in her content was not a good idea because now people know what the inside of the house looks like and how them kids live, which could put them at risk for being bullied at school. And I've heard some say that because of the Resilient Jenkins family and how viral they got, there's going to be a bunch more people that have unfavorable living situations, but a bunch of kids come online to exploit that whole dynamic so that way they can get a...
Just a reminder, you cannot be pro-life and pro-choice and then turn around and tell people how many kids they should or should not be having. That is a contradiction. Y'all do not know nothing about that woman who is 26 with 6 kids and 1 on the way. You don't know why she decided to have 6 kids and soon to be 7. And you don't know whether her kids are unhappy or not. Y'all think just because people are living in poverty that means that they're neglecting their kids. Meanwhile, there are rich people who have 1 child and are neglecting their child every single day. I also want to say that y'all are moving the goalpost on what neglect is the same way that the child welfare system has done for years and years to remove Black and brown children from their household. And the truth is, none of you know if her kids are being neglected. You have not met her kids. You've not spoken to them. All you've seen was them saying thank you on the internet, smiling in a video. And to the people who are complaining that she's a stay-at-home mom and that she doesn't work, she's making content, just like your favorite content creators, and she has more than enough followers and engagement to be in the Creator Reward Program. In fact, she has more followers now than most of the people who are critiquing her. And her videos are doing numbers. If y'all spent less time trying to cast judgment, maybe